Welcome to Limaland Motorsports Park, qualifying underway for the KVRP.com Sprint Car Series. We see Ryan File out on track. 81 gets the fence there. On his second lap here. '81 goes top of the charts. Quinn Newton goes P2 in the 88. Second lap a little better for Newton, but stays in second. Kyle Ritchie sits in third. Scott Elston fourth. Travis Skrmetta, the 22, out on track. Be a 98 on your scoreboard. 22 on track. He goes fourth fastest. Brad Wilson heading out in the 51. Lucas Weissman the 7. Lucas goes fourth quick. Second lap being 11:42. And 11:41 jumps him all the way up there to the top of the charts. Lucas takes over the pole. See what Brad Wilson's able to do in his second turn. 11:24. Brad Wilson goes to the top of the charts. That lap is cooking. Clayton Kinkart heads out there in the 77. Clayton's been missing for a few weeks. Good to have him back. Get the Shenandoah Shine team in full effect here tonight. Clayton goes 7th fastest and the goofs up the backstretch there. This lap not going to do any better. But Clayton settles for 8th. Blake Giglio, another welcome back here. Giglio's been injured. Goes to the second fastest with an 11.3. Nice lap there. Daniel Llewellyn goes 11th fastest, then doing some partying in the pits. And he disappears out to Limaland. The last car to go out and qualify. Has 2 minutes to run 2 sub 12 second laps. Gets done in a hurry. He's excited for those playoff hockey at the Minnesota Wild one there. Lap 1 at 11.6 puts him 7th. Through 3 and 4 on lap 2. 11.56, a little improvement, but stays 7th. And that will do it for quali.
Welcome to round number 10 of the KVRP V60 Sprint Car Series. We are at Limaland. We have one fast repair. We will have one 8-lap heat, followed by a 2-minute warm-up and a 30-minute feature. I'm just going to do the same thing I've been doing all season. If you get a black flag, I'm sure the pits are bugged. So if you get a black flag because they close too fast, just let me know. Other than that, have fun. Be aware of who you're racing around. Thank you all for a great season. Thank you, KVRP, for sponsoring it. And let's put on a good show, guys.
As Limaland continues to practice while we get our race rundown there from Scott Elston, Series Director for the KVRP.com Sprint Car Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. If you'd like some more information on them, head on over to dgsracing.com, click the big red snake to get to our Discord. You can sign up to run any of our 9 different series.
Initial start is on green. Restarts will be on leader for the heat and the feature.
And every other Sidewinder race in history. One thing we are very consistent about. That'll do it for quali. Brad Wilson, your pole sitter. Blake Giglio, outside poles. We head into the heat race. Yes, heat race. Only one tonight.
Why, thank you. I guess I'm just lucky.
I think you're just good. Blake watch.
Right, starting lineup for tonight for the heat race.
Now.
We got Brad Wilson starting on pole. Blake Giglio rolls off second. Lucas Heusman will start third. Ryan Feil rolls off in fourth. Quinn Newton in fifth. Kyle Ritchie sixth. Damon Nagel slated to line up seventh, not on the track at the moment. There he is. A little slow. Travis Skermetta rolls off in the 8th position. Clayton Kinkart will start in 9th. Nathan Lafayette start this race 10th. Scott Elston in 11th. And Daniela Wallen rounds out our 12-car field. That's how we'll line up for the heat race and one 8-lap heat to figure out where we're going to start for the main tonight. Got 3 Shenandoah Shine cars. We've got, looks like 4 CTC machines. Big turnout for the teams tonight. I think technically we have 5 CTC cars, if you're counting Skermetta there. Quite a squad. Pace trucks off, and here we go. 8-lap heat race. Wilson and Giglio on the front row get us started here. Giglio trying to work that outside line to take the lead away from 51 of Wilson as we have Kinkart up and over 77. Going for a tumble right at the start here. Let's see what happened to Clayton. Gets into the back of Kyle Ritchie, spins it around. Ritchie then collects the 22. Elston spins it out to avoid a contact. Kinkart getting into the back of the 76 of Kyle Ritchie going into the corner there. Sends him down to pit road for a faster pair. And he'll come back out and try again. Unusually slow qualifying lap for the 77 of Kinkart. Usually he's a challenge for the pole. Found himself starting deep in the field, and now things not getting any better. So we'll now line them up single file. Get ready for the restart. Wilson controls. Giglio was not able to get the lead there on the outside. Wilson stays down low. Giglio's going to keep running the top. Wilson jumps out to a bit of a lead. Giglio now trying to hold off his teammate Lucas Heusman for second. Like Scott Elston's had an issue. Lost a bit of time. Still going is Heusman. Big slide. Just misses Wilson. Giglio's going to get out of shape there. Going to lose third. And the caution flies. Looks like Kinkart again. Slides right up into Kyle Ritchie. The 77 and 76 make contact. Kinkart goes around. Maybe Kinkart, it's been a while since he's been in one of these 360s. Looks a little rusty. Not that I would do any better, but you get my point. He's normally doing better. I'm not trying to talk down about him. It's just he's been gone for a few weeks, and it kind of looks like it. So Wilson, your leader over Giglio. Hoytsma, that big slider he threw on Giglio with the caution timing, he's taken second back. Lucas back to third. Then you have Feil in fourth, Newton fifth. Hoytsma really threaded that needle in that slider. That was impressive. just ahead of Giglio, just behind the 51. So we get restarted. 3 laps to go. Wilson way down low. Giglio right up on the cushion. Over the cushion as he gets up against the fence. He is hunting that leader. File. Big slide on Hoytsma. Hoytsma cuts back to the inside. So they trade that position. Now Giglio up against the fence all the way around the corner. Can't keep it out of the walls. We get to the white flag lap. Brad Wilson in the 51 leading here. Tags the fence, entering 3 with no harm done. Someone's upside down at the start-finish line. Wilson makes it through. Giglio second. Hoytsma in third. Ryan File fourth. Quinn Newton your top 5. Lafayette, Kingcart, Skirmetta, Nagel, Elston. Looks like Llewellyn bailed out of it. And Kyle Ritchie winds up in 12th. So it'll be an uphill battle for the main event. Kyle Ritchie, one of our faster cars, will be starting in the back. Decent recovery for Kingcart. Got back to 7th before the end of that heat. Now we get a 2-minute warm-up. Drivers get 2 minutes to try and run a groove in before the race gets underway. Kyle Ritchie, so far the only car to sign up for that. Like Scott Elston rolling out there too. A few other cars heading out for a lap or two. Lucas Hoytsma, Blake Giglio. Looks like everybody else is up top. Blake and Lucas all the way at the top. Looks like Elston's moved up. Kyle Ritchie's still running a little bit lower. Now Ritchie's up top too. Track state stays the same after this warm-up. That's why they have it, to try and wear it in a little bit. I say there's no way Lucas saved that one. 24 has a little bit unorthodox pit entry there. Hunter, appreciate that follow. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. First race of our triple header tonight. If you'd like more information on our leagues, check out dgsracing.com. 9 different series we run. Hope to expand to more soon. Get some more dirt going. Right now this is our only dirt series. As far as all dirt, some of our asphalt series actually run a race or 2 on dirt, and then our street stocks run about half their races on dirt. Here we go with the main 30-lap feature from Limaland. Cars gridding up. And here we go with our starting lineup for Limaland. Let's get this unofficial results out of there. We don't need that. There we go. And our starting lineup music presented by our friends at Labor 12. Appreciate them supplying our starting lineup music. Awesome rock band out of Lubbock, Texas. If you get a chance, check them out. We've got front row of Bradley Wilson in the 51 Shenandoah Shine. Blake Giglio M9 Performance number 16. Lucas Hoytsma starts 3rd in the 7 Labor 12 machine. Ryan File, the 81 Shenandoah Shine, starts 4th. Quinn Newton, BGR CTC 88, starts in 5th. Nathan Lafayette, Penguin Brand Coffee, starts in the 6th spot. Clayton Kingcart, another Shenandoah Shine car, starts 7th. David Nagel, Minnesota Wild, 8th. Scott Elson, KVRP, starts in 9th. Travis Scrivetta's Pennzoil car in 10th. Daniel Llewellyn, Jack Daniels car, 11th. And Kyle Ritchie in the BMRS machine starts in 12th. 12-car field for our feature race here in the KVRP.com Sprint Car Series. Pace truck heads off. Green flags in the air. We are underway. Brad Wilson down low, Blake Giglio up high. Wilson gets out in front of Giglio here to start this one off. Koitsa battles with the 81 of File. File a winner last week. Really getting some talent in this series now. Bradley Wilson leads over Blake Giglio, Lucas Huysman, Ryan File. Those of you that didn't know, Blake Giglio actually picked up a pro dirt license on iRacing for a while. Has to earn it back again, but still the closest thing we've had to a pro. File now third as Huysman falls to fourth. King Cart in fifth. He's up from seventh starting position. Then you have Quinn Newton, Damon Nagel battle side by side. Wilson's moved down a little bit. And the caution comes out. Looks like Limaland 23's had an issue. He tries to stay on the lead lap here. Might be able to do that. Go back and see what happens to Daniel. He spins it into the pits. That's awkward. Gets out wide. Car just takes off on him and he gets into the pits. Spins it around when he gets off the dirt. Gasses it up. Ends up on the other side of the track, and then as Elston goes by, that triggers our caution. I'm sure that'll be some sort of post-race penalty for the 23 car. Oh, he doesn't have a wing. What happened? What do we miss? He crashed under yellow? Oh, yeah, smashed it up under yellow, lost the wing. And took the tow. Goodness. Well, 23 car sits on pit road. Try to get back to our leaders. Pace truck's about to duck in. We've completed 5, 25 to go. Here comes Brad Wilson high for the hydrate. Hello, Dustin. How are you? Wilson gets a great jump over Giglio. Lucas right up there on that high line has King Cart with him. Giglio bouncing it off the fence. Huysman riding the fence. That couldn't go well. Yeah, I didn't think that would go well. Huysman goes flipping down the front stretch there. And now his steering's broken as he just drives into the fence. He's going to have to tow. It's wingless sprints now, yes. Not on purpose. Go back and see what happens to Lucas. He came up the corner up against the fence and there's an opening there. You can't ride the wall because that will happen. He goes flipping down the backstretch. I think it's a front stretch right here. He goes flipping down the backstretch. And he breaks his steering, so he tries to drive it to the pits, but he just drives straight into a wall. So we'll ride around under yellow and see if he can get back on the lead lap. Wallen's back on pit road again. He's already used his fast repair, so I don't know what he would be doing. Already seeing kind of the higher line get worn down, especially on entry. Yeah, Blake is back. We're back underway. Wilson, Giglio, 81 of File, 77's King Cart. That's your top fours. Huysman had his issues. Huysman still sits on pit road, so he's going to be done for the night. Wilson out front. Giglio up against the fence. File trying to take advantage, but here comes King Cart getting on the inside of File. King Cart up to third. At one point, that man was at the back of the field in his heat race, and here he sits up into third position. King Cart giving that car a great ride tonight. Giglio now right up against the fence, trying to get any kind of momentum on the 51 of Wilson. Wilson still digging down low. Giglio cutting into that lead. That momentum he gets off the top side. Now he's running kind of a middle groove. He's going to get in the slick on the exit. They both catch Scott Elson in the 85. Elson gets down out of the way. Still green, coming up on halfway. Giglio lost a little bit of ground that time. He's up against the fence, trying everything he can. I don't want to get away from this lead battle, but they got this one going on too. Kyle Ritchie, Clayton Kinkart in the 81 of Files. File has an issue there. He falls out of that battle. Still have the 77 and 76. They made contact in the heat race. Now they're side by side. Kyle Ritchie gets to the inside of the 77, then slides up the track, side by side down the backstretch. Kinkart clears him through 3 and 4, but here comes Ritchie. Gets into the back of him a little bit. That shoots Kinkart into the tire, spins him out. Kinkart's not going to be pleased with that. Kyle Ritchie making that contact. Up front, still Wilson and Giglio. Wilson all the way down by those tires now. Giglio bouncing it off the fence. He's so up high in that 16. Highline really getting worn in now. You got to run the wall. Wilson bottom feeding. Two very different lines, and now Lafayette takes away Wilson's line. He's going to have to run it up top for a corner or two. That'll be advantage Giglio's. Giglio gets to close right in on the back of the 51. 10 laps remain here at Limaland. Wilson back down to the bottom. Giglio powers it up off the wall. Gets by Wilson briefly there. Wilson having to keep it pinched down as caution comes out. Kinkart looks like he's gone around, and then they make contact. The two shed into a Shine cars. Teammates there getting together. Let's go back and see what happens to Clayton. See, he's behind Ryan File. They're both up on the fence. Clayton did the same thing Hoytsma did and had the same result, flipping down the backstretch. That brought out the yellow, and then he's trying to gas it up to get back and makes contact with his teammate there. A little whoops moment. Drives it into the pits. Get himself a fast repair. See Scott Elson's down in the pits. So in all that, Blake Giglio, now your race leader. Brad Wilson finds himself second after leading most of the race. Kyle Ritchie up to third, Ryan File fourth, Damon Nagel in the top 5, then Skermetta, Clayton Kinkart, Nathan Lafayette, and Scott Elston. Giglio jumps to the accelerator. Wilson immediately right back down to that bottom. Giglio right up against that fence. Wilson now has company in the form of the 76 of Ritchie and the 81 of File as Giglio jumps out to a lead. Ritchie trying to run the low line, but it's worn in pretty good too. How the whole field seems to be up against the fence trying to make time. Damon Nagel, the first one running low there, back in 5th. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ryan File did the same thing that we saw Hoytsma and Kinkart do. Then he gets tagged. Is that going to bring out the yellow? Yes, it is. Ryan File. It took a lot longer than it did for Hoytsma and for Kinkart, but File dragging the wall, hitting that opening, getting out of shape, bringing out the yellow. Going to have a 2-lap shootout to finish this one off here at Limaland. Limaland. One of those. Lima Bean Land. Who knows? It's like Ryan File. We finally figured out how to say his name. It is File, for sure. Now we gotta figure out how to say Limaland. I'm gonna say Limaland until someone tells me different. File uses his fast repair, comes back out. Restart this one back in 8th. See how much ground he's able to cover in these final 2 laps. Ace trucks off. Blake Giglio has the control in a 16. Jumps on the accelerator, takes off. Brad Wilson trying to run him back down. Wilson up against the fence. Gets off of it before that opening, which is critical. Oh my gosh, he almost went over there. Damon Nagel fighting on the bottom against Kyle Ritchie, trying to take away third. White flag is out in the air. Blake Giglio has to come off turn number 4. Checker flag waves. Blake Giglio gets the victory here tonight at Limaland. Then you have Wilson in second. Kyle Ritchie brings it home third. Damon Nagel fourth. Travis Scrimetta gets the top 5. Quinn Newton looks like he crashed it right there at the end. King Cart 7th. Ryan File 8th. Nathan Lafayette, Scott Elston, Lucas Hoysma, and Daniel Llewellyn. If we can get our top 3 to the interview room, please, and thank you. Looks like they want to take a top 3 picture. They just need Wilson, who disappeared. Looking for Kyle Ritchie, Brad Wilson, and Blake Giglio. I'll just pull Blake up. Blake, DG, got a copy?
How's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good for you, I would say. You brought that 16 home in the top spot tonight. Looked like it was quite a battle, running that wall quite a lot, and it seemed the more you hit it, the faster you went.
Dude, I don't know, man. Hitting it on the exit of the corner, dude, I try not to hit it. Every time I hit it, though, it just kept saying I got wheel damage and wheel damage and wheel damage. So I think we messed it up a little bit trying to win it, but that was an awesome battle there with Bradley. He was on the bottom. I was on the wall. I mean, it was good 2-lane racing. I mean, I hope we gave the broadcast a show, and I think we both put on a good show, and we both ran pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely an entertaining battle, and like you said, the multi-groove racing up high, down low. Both of the lines were very viable, very competitive, and then both of them slicked off. So it seemed like everyone was searching for that grip there at the end. It looked like it was a lot of fun out there, though, and you brought it home in the top spot. You got those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight.
Yeah, first off, shout out to you for broadcasting. You do a great job with that. Shout out to Low Drag Esports, CC Racing, everyone that's on here. M9 Performance, they do all my open setups. I build the modified sets over there, so go check them out. And yeah, BGR, Quinn. I was trying to help Quinn there, and Travis and Lucas. Lucas kind of ate it, but other than that, we had a good night.
Yeah, Lucas still doing Lucas things, you know.
Records or checkers.
All right,
How
bud.
we are.
Congrats on the victory. Glad to have you back. I know you've been hurt for a while, so it's good to have you back out there.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it, and I'll see you in the Xfinity race.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
Blake Giglio with the victory tonight. Now we go grab Brad Wilson. Brad, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, sir, we bring it home in P2 tonight. You led most of this race. What did you maybe need there at the end to hold off the 16?
Probably a little more dirt on the bottom and not so much slick. Yeah, he's kind of the best at running the top in these things, so you kind of have to try to find a lane around him.
He had to find the lane around you, but then the caution came out while you were battling, and it looks like it gave it to him. You know, that happens sometimes, and unfortunately, then you had to find your way around. Then it's just tough going with that bottom getting so slicked off, as you said. You had a whole full complement of Shenandoah Shine teammates there tonight. Looked like that was a lot of fun, but unfortunately, you bounced off of Clayton there at one point under caution. What happened there?
I saw him, and I didn't know he was the one that wrecked. And when he came up into me, he was like, "I'm broken! I'm broken!"
Whoops.
Just didn't know that until it was a little too late.
It looked like you got a little bit of damage from that. You think that affected your car at all, or not so much?
Probably not enough to matter. Blake's fast. You got to try to keep up with him on that high side, and I was just a little too short at that time.
10-4. You got those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight?
You for putting this on, everyone for coming out. It's always a blast. My teammates Clayton and Ryan for helping me out a little bit, figure some lines out. ShenandoahShine.co for all they've done for me. Austin for painting this, and my dad for supporting me.
10-4. Congrats on the P2 tonight. I know you're used to winning, but, you know, Blake's back, so we got to readjust to life. All right, bud. Congrats on that P2. We'll see you next week, my friend.
All right, thank you. See you.
Brad Wilson finishing 2 in our regular season finale tonight. We'll move on to the playoffs next week. Most of these drivers are going to make it into that. So that'll be fun, getting the playoffs underway. Always exciting time here at Sidewinder. And let's see, anybody else still hanging out? Kyle Ritchie never showed up for his interview, so let's see if we can find Damon Nagel hanging out. Nope, no Damon, just Scott. Scott finished 10th, but we're going to interview 3 people, dang it. So here we go. Scott, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going, DG?
It's going good. Everyone between 2nd and 9th disappeared, so we're going to interview you.
Okay.
You brought it home 10th tonight. A little bit rough ride out there at Limaland, but how did you think of the racing overall? Looked like it was maybe not so great for you, but it put on a good show at least.
Yeah, I had computer problems. My computer wasn't running the way it should, so instead of being in the way, I thought I would just kind of play as a makeshift race control, I guess.
There you go.
As far as the racing, the setup for Limaland is just not good. It's very loose, so the setup kind of forces you to have to drive the car more than at other tracks. So for what we had, I thought the racing was pretty good. Uh, I just left, so I don't even know. I have to pull up the results here. Congrats to Blake. I know he won.
Yes.
I assume Brad finished second.
Yes. Kyle Ritchie,
So
Damon Nagel, and then Travis Skermetta.
yeah, I wanna shout out Travis. That is my favorite paint scheme in real life of all time.
Pennzoil Ride.
Yeah, that is when we did our throwback paint. That was the paint that was the inspiration for the paint that I did.
Nice.
Just that paint was done way better than I could ever do.
Well, just keep practicing. You know, it'll get
Good
there.
old Jack Houghtonchild.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Uh, he's. I'll figure it out and tell you later. But he was a pretty good guy. He died in a sprint car accident 2 years ago, maybe.
Gotcha.
But really good guy. He was from PA, I believe. Uh, raced raced all the PA tracks.
Hi, Damon.
Hello.
I saw you were hanging
Damon.
out, so I pulled you up too. Yeah, you got to 4th place finish tonight, Damon. How'd that feel out there?
It was quite fun once I got the bottom going for me there.
Yeah, I saw you were giving Kyle Ritchie a fit there at the end.
Yeah, it was fun. I was hoping I saw Bradley jump down to the bottom of that final turn, and it messed up my line, so I didn't want to rear end him, so I got a little bit too loose coming off the corner.
Oh, we still brought it home P4 in that Minnesota Wild. How's the playoffs going? I haven't looked.
It's 2-2. They're playing in Dallas in Game 5 in 30 minutes.
I'm so torn because I like Joe Pavelski, but I hate that he plays for the Stars.
Well, he's injured right now.
Well, there you go.
He hasn't played since first period of Game 1 because Dumba drilled him and he got injured.
Yeah, it's a Sharks fan. You know, I was a big fan, and then he moves on, and I'm like, Cliff said he got knocked the fuck out.
Yes, he did.
All right, boys. Well, you put on a good series so far. The regular season has come to a conclusion. What's your favorite part of the season so far?
Outdoor.
Outdoor, of course. Outdoors.
Because I got to race Damon for the first time all season.
I would say it's been competitive. I like that. After Bradley, all his wins, it's been competitive.
Yeah, but with Blake here, Bradley's not such a problem anymore.
I see that now.
We're not gonna count Blake's points because he wasn't supposed to race tonight.
Oh, doctor's orders are been violated? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Do you think he'll be violating that in some other series here coming up soon too?
Possibly.
I would say probably.
Probably.
It's like racers. You can't keep them down, whether it's virtual or real cars. You just can't keep them down.
And disclaimer, I am saying that only because I know he's listening.
Of course. Of course. All right. Well, congrats on a good regular season. I think it was a lot of fun and put on a good show. And we'll be headed into the playoffs next week. I'm excited. Are you guys excited?
I'm excited. Cedar Lake next week. I don't know if you caught it on the broadcast, but it's It's gonna be a special paint scheme. Like,
Fun.
I can't wait.
All right, well, we'll see y'all next week. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here so we can get ready for the Xfinity race here in less than 30 minutes. Hope you guys have a great night. And those of you that are still running other races tonight, good luck to you.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
Have a good one.
That was Damon Nagel and Scott Elston finishing 4th and 10th tonight. Since we didn't get Kyle Ritchie, we just did an extra interview there. And, well, it turned out to be 2 extras. But that was fun. Those two put on this series for us. So it's a good time to get down there, get and see what their brains are thinking, how they feel about the season and such, especially as we conclude the regular season tonight. Let's go ahead and look at our final results when we actually have to jump backwards and find cars on track so that it says replay, but it's not saying that anymore, which is not helpful. I hate to say it. Fine, we'll just do it the other way. We'll go over here and remove this and remove this. There we go. It's more than one way to skin a cat, they say, right? And I'm like, why are you skinning cats? That's usually my question. Blake Giglio with your win tonight. Brad Wilson second. Kyle Ritchie third. Getting the podium finishes tonight. Damon Nagel, Travis Skermetta pick up top 5s. You have Quinn Newton, Ryan File, Nathan Lafayette, Clayton Kinkart, Scott Elston, your top 10. And then our final 2, Lucas Heusma and Daniel Llewellyn. Rough night for the CTC teammates, finishing 11th and 12th. Thank you for watching our broadcast tonight. I have to say thanks to our partners at caverp.com. If you're looking for a place to go try out some GTA RP, it's a wonderful place to start. Or if you're a seasoned veteran of the GTA RP, it's a wonderful city to be a part of. Check them out, caverp.com. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We appreciate your continued support of our community, and we will see you in the next race.